Now let's switch gears into Nollywood, and this time it's not about the red carpet moment or all of that glamorous stuff. It's a more serious conversation, and that has been started by veteran actress Omotola Jolade. Now, in a recent post on Instagram, the screen actress, while comparing her experience in Nollywood and Hollywood, Omotola on Instagram noted that despite spending 30 years in Nollywood and working on over 300 projects, she receives no residuals from all her movies. However, she noted that having just spent 4 years in Hollywood with 2 test projects to her name, she now receives royalties from those 2 projects monthly. So to validate her claim, Omotola posted 2 Saga after pay slips evidence of her recurring earnings from Hollywood, highlighting the disparity in compensation structures between the 2 industries. This has now reignited the conversation around the business structure of Nollywood, and other practitioners have been weighing in. I'm now being joined on the program by filmmaker Mahmood Ali-Balogun, who is also the chairman of the Audio Visual Rights Society of Nigeria, who is tasked with the royalty collection for film and video recordings in the country. Many thanks for joining us, and let me apologize for disturbing your holiday, even though today is the last day of it anyway.
The holiday is already over.
Yes. So let me go straight into the conversation. One of Nollywood's finest, Omotola, has been sharing her Nollywood experience, and it's quite disappointing to know that she has not been receiving royalties from all of these works from over the years. And seeing how she's one of the biggest names in the industry, if she doesn't have royalties to show for over 30 years of active acting, then who will? What will happen to the younger ones? As a man in charge of royalties for filmmakers, what is going on?
Well, thank you very much, Bidemi, for bringing this up. First, one will acknowledge, no doubt, that Omotola is one of the big players in the industry, and one will expect that she should have enough knowledge of what obtains locally and abroad, right? The issue of residual collection on works is a new phenomenon here, particularly when it comes to movies, right? You know, my organization that I chair, Audiovisual Rights Society of Nigeria, got working, in terms of collection of residuals on behalf of filmmakers just in the last 5-6 years, thereabout. After its registration there, we have to put in place infrastructure and all that. But be that as it may, collective societies are by membership only. If you don't lend yourself to being part of the organization, you are not likely, very likely not to receive any form of residuals or royalties. Even in our last, in our short stay, we have distributed royalties to people who are members 5 times, right? For her to say she's not received royalties from what she's done in the past or what she's still doing, one fundamental reason is the fact that she is not a member of the society. And again, she's comparing us with Hollywood. You see, in Hollywood, you just don't jump to say you want to collect royalties, right? You must still belong to the union. Either she belongs to SAG or AVRS, right? People call it as one, SAG AVRS, right? That's a unionized body. There, they have what they call collective bargaining. Right here, we don't have the unions. Even the guilds that we have today are still struggling in terms of membership and to get themselves structured properly and begin to do things on their behalf. And in the wisdom of government, they approved the AVRS to do what we call collective management, to collect some royalties on behalf of filmmakers, certain categories of filmmakers. One, the producers, the actors who played lead roles, the writer, the screenwriters, and of course the directors.
So are you saying Omotola might not have received any royalties just because she's not a member of the AVRS?
I mean, she's not a member. She cannot receive anything. Even the America she's claiming she's receiving residual. I doubt if there's any truth in what she's saying, right? America, Hollywood is a very unionized industry, right? If you don't belong to any of the unions, you can't get nothing, right? For AVRS to become a member is for you to have work you've done and for your works to be exploited. If your works are being exploited, why not? You will get residuals from us. We share evenly to all those, the category of membership that I've mentioned to you. You know, for people who say, oh, this, you need to be part of something for you to know what is there. It's very difficult. You know, the most difficult people for you to educate or to get information across to. People who have half knowledge, right? All the efforts we put in place, yes, we could do more, but the people that we have with us now are benefiting from what we are doing. Last year, we distributed to people, right? It may not be much. We distributed 100K to each of our members last December, right? People like Sam Dede, Norbert Young, Gloria Young, what's her name? Jumoke George, and so many others. Are you know what I'm saying? Hilda Dokubo is part of us. Kenneth Gian is part of us. Some of these young people are part of us also. But the challenge with our people here, performers here, filmmakers here, is that they don't see anything good in what their fellow men are doing. You know, I say a prophet is seldom accepted in his domain, but it shouldn't be the case. You know.
All right. Finally, before I let you go, I understand that this is still relatively a young organization, and of course, it's operating in a society that is already used to using copyright materials without paying levy. But as it stands now, what is the compliance rate with the people who are supposed to be paying right now?
You know, for us to get money, the people we collect money from on their behalf are hotels, broadcasters who will still having some issues with the law itself, transporters, where people make their hair, salons, barbers, salons, where they make pedicure, manicure, you know, even hospitals, we're making an attempt to get to hospital because they use our films for therapy, right? So for you to belong, that's all you need to show proof that your work is being exploited on TV via other television programs or streaming platforms. Once it's been exploited commercially, you are entitled to be a member. Our office there is in Antony, Lagos here, 15 Silver Crescent. The office is there. It's a well set up office. I'm not a full-time worker there. I'm a chairman. You have a general, you have the training of staff to attend to you. So it's what we do, you know. And you're asking what we have distributed. In the last 4 or 5 years, yes, we've distributed over 240%, close to 3 million, 300 million, sorry, to our members. It's a new organization, it's a new development. You know, like you said, people are resistant to what we are doing. You're asking people to come and pay for what they are using commercially, and they will ask you, oh, why will I pay for this? It's my TV, I'll pay for subscription for this, for that. People are still very, very, very ignorant concerning IP and copyright. But work is being done thanks to the NCC, thanks to police, thanks to some of our members who are helping to enlighten the rest of Nigerians. Once we are able to establish this, it will be smooth sailing for everybody.
Did you just say you get royalties from streaming, and does this include royalties from giant tech companies like YouTube, Netflix, and the likes?
That's why I said we still have a lacuna regarding the law, which we are working on with the Copyright Commission. right? Unlike the rest of the world where the practice is on better than what we are doing here. The collection from streamers, broadcasters, and what have you, is kind of seamless, but there's an aspect of our law that is quite anti-collection, and we are working on it with a view to have a review of the law itself, so that we'll get more income to distribute to our members.
Many thanks again for joining us, Mahmood Ali-Balogun, the chairman of AVRS.